Welcome to Rebecca Sounds Reveille. I am just delighted to bring to you today someone who is a female Army veteran, holds a bachelor's in psychology and a master's in chaplaincy. She's also been a program assistant for well over a decade, as well as a chaplain. She also has her own consulting businesses. And today we're going to talk to you with her about one of them, and you can hear just how empowering and inspirational she is. She is a personal friend of mine and a wonderful mentor, and I'm hoping that you get just as much from her as I do all the time. So with me today, I'd like to share with you my good friend, my mentor, and someone I think that you're going to be able to be inspired from as well. Tracy, oh my goodness, Galloway-Galpin. Yes, welcome.
Good afternoon.
I've been waiting.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I've been waiting to have you here.
Thank you for having me, Rebecca. I appreciate this.
I appreciate you, and I appreciate everything that you've done to serve for our country and the things that you do for our spiritual needs as well. All the way around you are someone that has really dedicated their life and given a lot of their time internally to those in need and for those who may be in need. And you've been there to help protect our freedoms. And I want to thank you for everything that you've done.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I'm really excited because you have quite a story to tell all of the viewers and listeners out there, because you got started very young at having to sort of make yourself known in the world because you are the oldest of a twin.
Yeah. I am the oldest by 1 minute, just 1 minute though.
Isn't that amazing? You guys were saying, I'm here, I'm ready to rock and roll. And so this is it's pretty neat that I didn't know that for a long time either, but it's pretty neat that you've been able to do that and that you've really been able to excel quite well. And maybe they always say the older, it's the oldest ones. And so even if it's by 1 minute, you're the oldest.
Oh.
So how was it growing up being a twin?
Oh, wow. Well, we were both incredibly shy. So we never got to do any of those things where, you know, how the twins would trick the teachers or switch boyfriends and so forth like that. We never got the opportunity to do that because we were incredibly shy. But we were the best of friends and still have a very, very strong bond towards one another at this time. So just loved life together, growing together.
I love that. That is so neat. I mean, when you have siblings that you're close to, but to be a twin, I think is just such a special, unique bonding. And there's so many different things that we hear how twins connect on different levels. And I'm sure as we get to talking, not only on this interview, but others, that you're going to share with us some of the things that have really been quite significant for the two of you. So it's been pretty neat. Did you enlist in the Army right out of high school?
I did right after high school. My mom and Dad were trying to figure out a way, since, you know, both of us were graduating at the same time. How are they going to fund our education? I mean, we did well in school, but neither one of us had one of those full scholarships where it paid everything, including room and board. So she offered to us both. She says, you know what, there's a recruiter coming. Let's see if this is something that we can do to kind of supplement that college plan. Okay. And so that was it. You know, once interviewing with the recruiter, we both decided that going into the military would probably be best for us.
So you both went in?
Yes. Well, she went into the Air Force and I went into the Army, but we both joined.
See, this is pretty exciting. And so to have two siblings, both in the military, they say that way back when you weren't able to do that. They said that siblings were not supposed to be in together, or if they were within so many years of each other, I think is what it was, that you couldn't do that. And
Right.
you're seeing now, I think there was something pretty incredible not too long ago with five sisters or something. All,
Wow.
I mean, it was pretty incredible
Wow.
to see. But it's pretty amazing that the two of you went on to do that, and then to be able to utilize your benefits for college and education and
Yes, absolutely.
service to others, which yours has really carried forth in a lot of ways. Let me ask you though, so do you, because I didn't find you being shy. I didn't expect you to tell me that you guys were shy or anything at
Oh
all.
my gosh.
Yeah, I would never
Yeah.
guess that. Do you think the Army kind of brought that extroversion out maybe a little bit, or did you?
I think so. For the most part, I think the training itself, kind of helps you as far as, coming out of your comfort zones, especially when you are learning how to be a team player with your, newly coworkers or soldier friends, so it definitely helps you to come out of those shells that you might have prior to, for those who are, introverts or, find it difficult to, communicate with others. But yeah, I think it did. I think it had a great benefit for me to kind of help me come out of that, the shyness. And not that it's a negative thing, but just being able to be more assertive. I definitely credit that to the military.
That's pretty neat to think about. I know that there were a lot of changes within myself having gone through boot camp and being around,
Mm-hmm.
other Marines. But it's just amazing because you've taken so much of this, and it has been what a transformation, not only for yourself, but other people that you've had that have connected with you along the way, not only from being a veteran, but the other things that you're doing. Let me ask you a question too. When you started with your own business, your own consulting business in Mary Kay, were you in the Army?
No, I wasn't. So yeah, I was not in the military service at all.
Okay.
Um, Prior to, yes, absolutely not.
So you
Yeah.
started your
Mhm.
business after, and it has been extremely successful for you.
Yes. So right after, actually, as a matter of fact, after my military career, I went through a divorce as well shortly after. Well, not too long after, I went through a divorce also. And that's when I was introduced to the Mary Kay opportunity. It was actually my son's teacher who I was just going up there to pick up his report card. It was report card time. And I was just going to get his report card. And she did. She gave me the report as far as how he was doing and so forth. But then she told me, she says, "Hey, I just started a Mary Kay business. Do you mind coming to my skincare class? It would definitely give me points as, newly to this Mary Kay business. Would you come? There's no strings attached. You don't have to buy anything, but I would love it if you could come." And so that's kind of what introduced me to the Mary Kay world right there, her inviting me to her skincare class.
That's pretty exciting because I'm sure at that point, that transformation with everything that was going on in your life was very empowering. I know once we've been in the military, we feel so mentally validated with our self-confidence and everything we can do. But over time, there's other parts of our life where we think, I want to do this, or you feel a
Mm-hmm.
little bit, especially when we have different emotional glitches along the way, like a divorce or something like that. And we feel like
Yeah.
we want to have that empowered feeling again, or the self confidence that I can go out and do anything, maybe not necessarily
Absolutely.
in a structured
Absolutely.
environment like a military environment. But with this really opened a lot of doors for you.
It has, and I had no idea. I initially just joined just to get a discount off all my product because the skincare system actually cleared my complexion, and I said, you know what? If there's a way that I could get my products at a discount, it would definitely work for me right now. You know, having gone through divorce and all, we're actually about to go through the divorce, and that's exactly what my consultant friend offered me to become a consultant, to receive the 50% discount so that I could continue getting my products. And then she wasn't so pushy, Rebecca, with me as well to say, okay, just get out selling, just, make it happen. But she was just like, if you get the opportunity, come to a skincare class, come in, no strings attached again, but just come see what we're doing from time to time. I would love to have you. And so that started my journey. That was it. That started my journey over now 19 years ago.
That's a long time. And you've grown that business very,
Yes.
very well. It's become very
Thank you.
lucrative for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, definitely gone to Mary Kay sales director. And then now on a journey back to sales director right now, because I tell you, it's a journey. It's definitely not a sprint, but went through some life issues and definitely back on that journey to directorship once again.
Well, they actually have quite a good basis in positioning women, especially, but for anyone that's involved as a consultant to become empowered and successful at what they're doing, and the tools and the resources that are there, and the team to be able to do that. I know that you guys have a lot of resources that are available, and it's very few companies that you see such a really tight grouping that also has historically known to progress and just rise very well. So Mary Kay herself,
absolutely,
I mean, has an incredible foundation that was laid out based on really good philosophies for people to embrace. And that alone
right.
really made the organization very successful and tried and true. If you say that, it's kind of a household name. You say Mary Kay, everybody knows who Mary Kay is.
Just about right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. And I know, right? Well, when I think about Rebecca, how Mary Kay, she actually began her business shortly after her husband literally died of a heart attack. And she decided, in spite of that, to go forth with her Mary Kay business. And like you said, those foundational principles that is even shared with new consultants today, God first, putting your faith first, your family second, and then work on building that career. And it's definitely something, a recipe for success, no doubt.
It is. So let me ask you a question. Now, since you're on your way back again, you've already built it, you've been there, it can be done. And I mean, just different life events sometimes kind of pull us back a little bit. And then we've got to bounce
Absolutely.
again. But knowing that right there, that just ability to achieve that and move beyond, I mean, is something that you're doing and you're going for it. And I know this time you're even moving beyond that goal. You've got a lot of goals. But if you could say something that would really just inspire somebody to feel good about themselves with the journey that you've had, what would you tell them would be something to really embrace and hold from Tracy's perspective?
I would say, and this is streaming back all the way from my military days. And one of the things that my drill sergeant shared with me going through basic training, and it was a little catchphrase that we learned and definitely has taken me even up to now. And I'm 51 years old now. But he would say to us, Rebecca, always forward. Okay. So not to say that you're not going to go through things in life, because like you just mentioned, we're going to have those times, but to remain focused and to know that when you are going through an obstacle or an event, a life event, it doesn't mean it's the end. It's you're going through. It's not a stopping destination. You're still going through. And what he would say to us while I was in basic training, he would say, always move forward, Private Galloway. And I tell you, that has stuck with me over the years. After the divorce, Mary Kay, rebuilding Mary Kay, it is something that will take you through to remain focused on what that dream is, whatever it is, just being focused in that, yes, recognize, not denying what's happened, but then being able to pick up those pieces and say, you know what, it's time to move forward. And so that's what I would say. Whatever it is that you're wanting to do, just remember, you are going to have some life events, but don't let it hinder you from accomplishing whatever it is that you're wanting to accomplish. Move forward, always forward.
I love that. I really love that, because you've said something that I think most of us in life can relate to, that there's been a bump in the road. We've had a speed bump, we've had a setback, and then we go, what do I do with it now? And I want to share this with the audience, because this is something that, especially with the times that we live in right now, we can live in limiting beliefs. And I want to say that if you're listening or watching right now, try to set yourself with unlimited belief system. And if you need a support system, Tracy and I are here to help you and empower you to do great things. It doesn't matter where you have been at in life. We can work with you to encourage you, motivate you, inspire you. The one thing I like to share too, based on what you just said, is that we can always start now. So even if right now feels like everything just came crashing down, and that's all right, let's just start now. Or maybe something just fresh happened and you're like, there's still going to be a whole bunch of pieces that are going to get shattered on the floor.
Right.
Let's
Absolutely.
start right now. Let's start the cleanup right now and making things better.
Absolutely. That's it. That is key.
Yeah. We got to just keep saying, I'm just going to keep moving forward, like you said, and keep focused, like you said. I mean, that is just absolutely crucial to not letting all of those things clutter our lives and be limiting in our thoughts and our belief system. Because once that happens, we get stuck. And
you're absolutely right. Once the dream stops, once that vision or that goal stops, it literally stops. So we have to pick up, like you meant. I love what you mentioned, Rebecca, about those pieces. There might be some sharp pieces, and we can learn from those sharp objects, those sharp pieces that we can learn those. And those are tools that we can even put in our toolbox for later, But the goal of the mission is to continue to move, pick up those pieces, like you mentioned, pick up those sharp pieces. Okay, because they're going to be teaching tools in the future. But then let's just keep moving forward. Absolutely.
So I really want the audience to be able to connect with you, Tracy, because I think that you are someone that can help transform them, guide them, and inspire them no matter where they're at. And if they want to get involved with something that you're doing, they can. And if it's connecting for other reasons too, you're great at what you do in being a friend, a spiritual advisor, and also someone who is a business consultant and can help people grow in a lot of ways that they never dreamed of, both personally and professionally. So I'd like the audience to connect with you and get inspired through your social media, get inspired in other ways that you have going on. How can we get in touch with you if we want to get connected, Tracy?
Perfect. So I would a great place to start would be my email address, And that's going to be Tracy, that's Tracy, the letters U, the letters R, the letters NNO, and then 1 at AOL.com. Still old school, AOL.com.
Funny.
But it worked for me. And then I also want for consulting, that is that image consulting with Mary Kay, my Mary Kay website. So that's going to be www.marykay.com/T.Williams30.
I love it.
T. Williams 30. So just the letter T and the name Williams and then 30. Okay. So that's going to be how they're going to be able to connect with me via internet websites. So, and they can also inbox me at Tracy Galloway-Galpin on Messenger, and then, or, connect with me on Facebook. It's Tracy Galloway-Galpin on Facebook.
I love it. I want to thank you so much for sharing such a powerful message. And I want to thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, I am so excited. And you inspire me all the time. I've got to tell you, at a couple of points in my life, when things were not going as they should have been going, there you were. You hit me up in the parking lot.
Thank you.
I'll never forget it.
Girl.
And when I found out that you were a chaplain and we were both on the same spiritual level, that just blew my mind. I went, oh my gosh, this is a God thing right here. And I knew at that point. And then just since then, I've had a few things, and here we go. Here's Tracy again to bring me and lift me up. And so I do want my audience to connect with you, because you are really great at being able to do that. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for the own help that you've given me.
Thank you.
So thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. I appreciate that as well. I mean, you're definitely been a dear friend to me also. So, and yes, I really would like the opportunity to connect with others through those via outlets there. And I haven't decided yet, but I'm thinking eventually to start a private practice with my chaplaincy. But for now, those are going to be the outlets that anyone can reach me on at this time. I love it.
And if somebody decides that they want to go into business with you, they can. You're going to provide a lot of different resources as far as that goes, on different levels. And
absolutely.
Not only that, but let's talk about Mary Kay too. If they want to have a party, they can do virtual parties now. There's other ways to learn about skincare that you can teach women, or even younger than that, when people are going through adolescence and they need to learn about skincare. You're ready to teach and available for that. And so there's lots of things
absolutely
by connecting with you.
Right. So we're absolutely. So right now, because of this pandemic, we are doing all our teaching via internet. So whether it be Facebook Lives or, other outlets like, Zoom or chat rooms. So that's what we're doing to make sure that we're still available to our audiences.
I love it. I love it. So for those of you who are wanting to connect, there's lots of ways to connect with Tracy. If you didn't catch it with all of the different via methods that she shared with you earlier, you can click the drop-down box in the description of the show here, or you can email me direct and I will get you in touch with her, Rebecca Mahan at publicist.com, and we will help you and empower you any way we can. That's what it's all about, is moving us in life as a team of
absolutely
empowers.
Absolutely.
So, thank you for being with me today, Tracy. I just love you. Virtual hug.
Thank you for having. Yes, I know, right back at you, girl. Thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to share and to be a part of your network too, of network of followers.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And I want to thank all of you for both tuning in and listening in to the show every week. You are a dedicated audience, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you tuning in and then sharing this with your friends and family who need resources, motivation, help, or anything that we can do to do that. This is what it's all about for
Absolutely.
both myself and for Tracy and the network of people that I'm involved in. It's about lifting each other up and helping you and those around you get to places and rise to places that you've never been before. I ask that you share this on social media and any way that you can with your friends, your family, everybody that you know, and everybody that you don't. Thanks for tuning in.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for having me. God bless you guys.